Hey y'all, hey, it has been a minute, y'all. I promise I do not be trying to abandon YouTube. Your girl has just been extremely busy. Like super busy. Teaching these third graders at my school and just having a schedule from 4 a.m. in the morning all the way to 7-ish, maybe 8-ish, maybe 9-ish at night. Monday through Friday. It is a lot. So I don't be trying to abandon YouTube. My schedule right now is just really crazy, and I'm trying to get accustomed to it. Literally at this point in time, if I'm going to shoot a video, my only downtime really is about 4 a.m. in the morning, 5 a.m. really 5 a.m. That's when I get in my car to go to work. So yeah, that's the free time that I have. And then after that, I am working all the way until 6:30, and sometimes we have meetings after I work in the school district because I do after school program. I do the after school program. So my coordinator, sometimes she's very long-winded. Now I see what people were saying when they say, Jazz, you look so long-winded, which I still very much am. I can't help it. That's just how God created me, so folks just got to deal with it. I have been working on how to be short-winded and get straight to the point with my message, but sometimes when the Spirit starts flowing, that is not what He allows to happen. So I'm sorry. Talk to Jesus, not me. Because that's just how He created me to get the message across. He made me and created me to be long-winded, child. But I promise I have been working on that as well. But yeah, I just came on here, so that's just like a debrief, a background, a short background of what's been going on and why I haven't been able to get on YouTube. Because yeah, like I said, my coordinator, she can be long-winded, and 6:30 p.m. for us to leave and walk out the door can turn into a very easy 8 p.m. So my day is really, I wake up at 4, get dressed, be at the house by 5. By the time I'm truly settled and in the car and halfway to work, it's about 5:30 a.m. And then I just kind of take my time to zone in and to gather myself, collect my thoughts and things of that nature. Once I get to the school, so that takes me about another 30 to 45 minutes, and then I walk into school. We have to be there at 7:30, but you got to keep in mind that I live an hour away, and the direction in which I'm going to work, it's horrible. Like, there's always something happening. There's always a car accident. There's always an ambulance. There's always a fire truck, like literally every day. So I try to factor all of that in my time. And that's why I leave as early as I do, because I don't want to be late to work. When I'm late to work, or even if I'm 15 minutes early to work, that still leaves me discombobulated. I'm just like all over the place. I can't really gather myself. So I try to leave as early as possible to make sure I have that time for myself, to make sure I'm not feeling rushed, to ensure that I am mentally prepared, emotionally, physically, and spiritually prepared. Even if I get to the school and sit in the parking lot and I'm able to read my Bible or whatever the case may be, I need that time. Or even if I don't read the Bible, just sitting there and just like listening to music that's going to put me in the right space, like Cleo Soul or jazz music or gospel music, which I alternate between those three. Then I have to get mellowed out and I have to get ready for the day. So I barely have time for like YouTube now. I barely have time, but I promise I be trying to make time, y'all. Yeah, because I'm not risking my sleep for YouTube, and I'm not risking my sleep for work. So one has to give. So if YouTube has to kind of sacrifice it, then that has to be my sacrifice. Then so be it, because my time to myself and me gathering my thoughts and things of that nature, that is so crucial to my mental health and my physical well-being. Nothing comes before that except for God, and that's just what it is. So I just allow Him to work through me in the morning. Y'all see my voice is hoarse. That's from fussing at children all day. On top of still recovering from whatever I had. Yeah, I don't know if it was the C19 or cold or a mixture of both, because being in the public schools and dealing with children from all over, I don't know who's bringing what to school. I don't. So it's a mixture of both. I'm more than 1,000% certain. So I lost my voice from that, on top of just like redirecting children all day, y'all. So my voice is still trying to get itself together. But yeah, so that's my background. So now going into the meats and the potatoes and everything that I came over to talk about, like we talk about in the school. The meat and potatoes is in this curriculum. The meat and potatoes is in this book, not this one. Okay, so the meat and potatoes and what I'm coming on here to talk about is, and the message itself is this. Because just because I've been busy don't mean that I'm not updated with what's going on in the world, right? It's hard to not be updated with what's going on in the world, regardless of how busy you are. And it's just saddens my heart to just really, now that I've had time to process it and let it settle in, it's just like we are losing too many rappers, too many people to the streets, into drugs, into violence, whether it's gun violence. We're just losing too many people. And the passing of Rich Homie Quan is it's just sad. There's no other word to say but sad and heartbreaking. And just I'm at a loss for words, really, to be honest. I'm at a loss for words, because it's really just like, what the freak is happening? Like, what the heck is happening? And this morning, I should have been reading my Bible, to be honest, y'all. But I chose to go on YouTube, and I tapped into one of the rappers, a gospel rapper, or a knowledge rapper, rather. A knowledge rapper, a woke rapper. I watched what is like a segment, because I was about to say talk show, but it's not a talk show. It kind of is, but it was like a segment with him and 19 Keys. And I've kind of been keeping up to date with both of them in my own way. But I've already known that they've had like a brotherhood or whatever. And so I was like, okay, that was kind of like the first thing that popped up on YouTube. So I went ahead and clicked on it, and it was very informational and informative. And I was very tuned in. Now it's 2 hours, a little over 2 hours long. I have not watched all of it. I have to watch it in increments, because again, my time and the time that I have in 24 hours of a day, I am so like everywhere right now. Going back to the D1 and 19 Keys conversation and that segment, it was just like they were hitting on something. And the 45 minutes that I got to 45 minutes, so like tomorrow I'll probably do 25 to 30 minutes, and then the next day I'll probably like increments at a time, right, to complete the whole interview. And so the part that I was able to tap in on and to get some information from, they were onto something. Like I said, they were 100% with the nail on the head and the hammer in their hands, because they were saying like, we glorify, and this is not the first time I've heard D1 speak on this. So I've been with him and riding the wave with him all the way through and through, because I've been tapped into him. And everything that he speaks on is 1,000% correct. Like, this culture, this African American black culture and rap culture and hip hop culture, it's just it's like a fraud, because it's like, how dare our culture, our ethnicity, to sit up there and glorify everything. Hold on, let me take my seatbelt off for this, okay? When you're not connected with a higher source in a real way, when you start to choose and chase money over choosing and chasing the source, which is our God, our Father, Jesus Christ, there's consequences, and there are unfortunate consequences. And this rap culture and the fans and the audience that it has captured, just talking about Percocets, and it's been ongoing for a long time, just lean, syrup, mixing liquor and codeine and cough syrup into like lemonade and stuff. All that stuff is just, I remember, y'all. Oh Lord, the Lord must want me to really say this, because y'all know I don't tell my business until I feel like it's time. But I remember dating this guy. My mama didn't like him. He was barely hanging on by a thread with my daddy. And I was dating him. And because he was very smart. I was intrigued by his smartness. But at the same time, he was very dumb. Like, he chose to make dumb decisions. He chose to do dumb things. And he picked me up from work one day, and I'm in the car with him. I was thirsty, so I just grabbed his drink that was sitting in the cup holder in the car. I grabbed his drink and I drank it. And at the time, it was like the pineapple Fanta. It was a pineapple Fanta, and I'm like, oh, this is good. But it tastes kind of like off, because he had ice in it and everything. I'm like, it's good, but it tastes something. Y'all, why this boy was drinking lean? He had lean. He had syrup, cough syrup, and the pineapple Fanta mixed in the drink. And now you done exposed me. I didn't do it, y'all. No, I'm not a person who drank lean. No, never in my life. But I was just like, this is something that you accidentally made me get a hold of. That's a problem. That's a problem. So I'm like, okay, that's strike one. In my head, I'm taking mental notes. I'm like, that's strike one. Because what if that wouldn't have aligned with my body? What if I would have drank too much and you watching me drink it, and then after I drink it, you're going to sit there and tell me, oh, it tastes funny because I put lean. So how much of it was he going to allow me to drink? And to the point where I had to go to the hospital because I'm just drinking. It was so good, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, it was so good. But I knew something was off, because I'm like, I've had pineapple Fanta. Fanta used to be my favorite drink, and pineapple Fanta specifically. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, oh, this pineapple Fanta, it's a little different. It tastes good, but it's a little different. What they done put in the pie? He's talking about, oh, that's cough syrup. But this is the rap music, the culture that we praise and adore. Not we, because I don't praise and adore this bull crap, but the people that's out there, the fans and the audience, praise this stuff, praise people, and be riding in their car bumping it loud, like it's just the truth, like it's the way and the light of life. And it's not. But this is what the music culture does. It has that much of an impact to sit up there and allow people and persuade people to start putting lean in their drinks, to start taking Percocets, to get high before you walk into an atmosphere, to get high before you go into these environments. Persuading and convincing people that you got to do this to be cool. You got to do this to see what kind of level your favorite rapper is on. You got to do this. You got to take this. You got to buy a lot. You got to smoke this. And then the stuff that they smoking nowadays is not even real smoke. That's what happened to one of my siblings. They started putting his stuff in embalming fluid. Now they put embalming fluid in what you think is just regular weed. They put embalming fluid in that bull crap. Stuff that you use for people who are dead. Stuff that you use to kill insects outside your house. So all this stuff that they are putting in these lyrics, in this music, to convince and persuade people, this is what you have to do to be cool. This is the way. This is the culture. This is what it's about. You killing people. And then the same people rapping about how cool it is, now they gone. Because of the same thing that they persuading and convincing people to do, it took their own life on accident. I don't even know really what to say. It's just an emotional roller coaster. If you allow it to be, it becomes an emotional roller coaster of the culture. It's too much. It goes like this. One day we're good. Whoop. One day we're happy. Whoop. Major decline. One way we barely straddling the fence in our culture, in the black culture. And then we're up again, and then we decline. You have Rich Homie Quan that has passed away. The Diddy situation that's going on, which is just heartbreaking and shattering. But you cannot think, again, it goes to show, prime example, no one is greater or will ever in their lifetime be greater than God. No one. Every dog has its day. If you have been doing wrong and living wrong, God would allow you to go through that high egotistical phase where nobody can touch you for so long, to the point where you think you're untouchable. Then you become conceited because you feel like, oh, I done got by all these years and ain't nobody caught up to my mess, my garbage, my trash, my this and that. Nobody done caught up to me. Let me keep going. And it's in that moment where everything God would say, I will show you who's God. Ever seen the movie Diary of a Mad Black Woman by Tyler Perry with Kimberly Elise and Shamar Moore? God has the power to show you who's God. That man, she ended up having that man say those very same words. God has the power to show you who's God. It's in that moment. Yeah, you can try to turn your life around and this and that. And that's good. I am clapping for you. I am cheering for you that you are trying to turn your life around. But that still does not write off every wrong that you have done. It may cancel out a few of them. It may cancel out a few wrongs. But it does not account for the times, the 20-something years, the umpteenth years that you thought that you were God. Because people are using their power and their influence for the wrong reasons. They are completely taking advantage of the earthly power that God has given them. God gives you this influence. It's not you all by yourself. God gives you the influence, but God also gives you free will. And it is up to you to do as you please with that free will. You can either choose that free will to serve God, or you can choose that free will to serve the enemy. And 80% of these celebrities that everybody is so hung-go over, so up they behind, if they lean down and put they behind in their face any closer, they done been and kissed their butts, they rumps, they rear ends, because they so far up them, thinking that these people are God, and they are not. And what's so crazy and baffling, those same people who think these other people are God are the same people who are enjoying and have excitement in their demise. The same people who are praising these celebrities and individuals as if they are their God are the same people who are clapping in their demise. So what does that tell you about people, about earthly things, about earthly people? And that's why I stay to myself. That's why I stay connected to the Lord. I may go out and have my fun and enjoy my life, but nothing comes before the Lord. Liquor does not come before the Lord. If the Lord tells me to stop, I stop. Don't drink today, Jazz. Okay, yes, sir. Don't do this today, Jazz. Okay, yes, sir. Don't go down this route today, Jazz. Make a left turn here, make a right turn here, and go straight from here. Don't go down this path today, Jazz. Yes, sir. Nothing. There's not a human who can tell me what to do over God. My parents can't even tell me what to do over God. Just like they told me not to take that trip to Jamaica, y'all take the back seat, because my spirit is telling me otherwise. And so instead of me texting my best friend and telling her, girl, I'm not coming, what I'm going to do is delete this text message. And then after that, I'm going to book my flight to Jamaica, because only God can lead me and guide me and tell me what to do and when to do it. Nobody else. Nobody else comes before him and becomes before the spirit that lies within me. I know who my God is. I know the God that I serve. And y'all, if y'all are not connected with me on that level, you have nothing to tell me. You can't tell me nothing. And yes, I feel that way. And my parents know at this point in time, yeah, I feel that way. It is what it is. Sir and ma'am, I love y'all dearly, but y'all not above God. So your point is, oh, okay. So, y'all cannot be praising and worshiping these people. They are just people. They put on their pants the same way you put on your pants. Foot and leg by foot and leg. They put on their shirt the same way you put on your shirt. I don't care if they got Versace, Gucci, Louis, whatever on their shirt. They still put it on the same way you put on your shirt. I'm sitting in the shirt right now from Walmart. And what makes it different from anybody else that's putting on a shirt with Versace on it? Because I don't care. I shop everywhere, y'all. I'll be at the thrift stores. I'll be at Walmart. I'll go to Nordstrom. I'll go to, what's that store? Saks Fifth 1 minute. I go to H&M the next minute. I go shop online. I go to Fashion Nova. I'll shop everywhere. Because labels and brands and stuff, it don't mean nothing. It's about the person and how they carry themselves and how you rock it. People at my school all the time, all my students ask me, Miss Ivory, are you rich? Because I carry myself like I'm rich in spirit. This $5 t-shirt from Walmart, no boundaries, look like $1 million on Miss Ivory. Okay? Oh, okay. And a person with a Versace, Louis, Gucci, whatever the case may be, Chanel, I don't care. And I was sitting up there at the bar today, eating my food and drinking my drinks, and I pulled out my Louis Vuitton wallet, and I'm just like, I really want to sell it or give it away to somebody, because in the time, in the space that I was in, why did I get that? Was I influenced by people? Was I influenced by a celebrity to get this, to make myself feel like I am at a higher chord, like I am not being left behind when it comes to labels? I get embarrassed when I pull it out. I get embarrassed when I pull out my Louis Vuitton, because it's just like, people in Africa are so happy and so joyful with so little. Do I really need this Louis Vuitton wallet? Why did I really get it? Why did I get it? And to be honest, I feel like I was influenced. A lot of people that I know from school, whether it's middle school or high school or college or whatever, they had started getting into name brands. And I'm like, hold up. Hold on now, because I can get it too now. But did I really need it to define who I am? To still live in my purpose, to be of my purpose and in my purpose? Did I need this wallet? I took that wallet out so fast. People, I be taking it out so fast and putting it back in my purse so fast. I think people think it's fake. And this is far from that, baby, because we don't do fake. If we're going to go hard, we're going to go hard and all in and get the real thing. We don't do fake. But the way I put it in, get my card, put it back in my purse and take it out, people would think it's fake. Like I'm trying to hide something I am, because I'm kind of embarrassed that I have it. Because did I really need it? Do I really need it? And we get so caught up in all this stuff. Like I'm really at the point, and it's just one little wallet. It's the only name brand thing that I own. Okay, not the only name brand thing that I own, but the most expensive name brand thing that I own is that. And I really probably just want to gift wrap it and give it to somebody. I'm really contemplating. I know my family, my mama gonna be like, girl, you better not. But I'm really contemplating. Again, they don't come before my spirit and my righteousness. So it's something that I have to think about. Now, I love my little wallet, I do. But I'm also embarrassed by it because of the fact that, like, again, why did I get it? Girl, did you get this because you wanted it? Or did you get it because you felt like you needed to have it in order to prove your status to people? In order to prove that you can get it, that you own that level, and that you still her. But I'm still her regardless. I'm still her if I buy a $2.95 shirt from the thrift store. I'm still her if I buy this $5 shirt from Walmart, No Boundaries brand. I'm still that motherfucking girl, because that's who God created me to be. I stand out wherever I go. So It don't matter. I can wear this. I literally have on some New Balance tennis shoes. Is this New Balance? Yeah, New Balance tennis shoes. Some little jeans from Fashion Nova. My little chain, my pearls, my little rings, and this shirt. And I still feel like $1,000,000. I went into Nordstrom and everybody was, because the pants that I have on, they kind of funky. They like asymmetrical type pants. So it looks like my button is misplaced. Like it's buttoned into the wrong thing, but it's not. It's designed like that. So everybody looking at me, did she got her stuff on right? No, baby, I'm different. I'm different in my own way. Probably spend the same amount of money as y'all to buy the stuff that I got on, but I'm different. My fashion sense is different. I don't know if I can show y'all. Y'all, let me see. Like, see how this is? Like right here is like asymmetrical, and they kind of go up like here, Fashion Nova. But I still feel like $1,000,000 because my spirit is rich. My morals, the things that actually matter in life, my morals are rich. My mindset is rich. My integrity is mother freaking rich. My ethics is mother freaking rich. My loyalty is mother freaking rich. My protectiveness over my family, my friends, myself, my babies, my niece and my nephews, rich. Okay? That's what life is all about. What is your richness? The richness that truly matters. Are you rich or are you poor? Are you rich in your morals and ethics or are you poor? Do you have a code of ethics or are you poor? That's what life is about. That's what it's all about. And people, because of the influence and impact on this toxic music, have lost that. They have lost that. You got City Girls, and I love me some Young Miami as a person because she is actually rich in morals and ethics, but poor in the messages that she spew out. When it was the City Girls, now they have separated and parted ways, but when they were the City Girls, their message was not aligned with who they are truly and to the core. It's not aligned with Young Miami. Oh my gosh. Okay, Lord, calm down with this message, because he just speaking to me in so many ways. And yes, this is why I'm long-winded, because it's so many things that go into one, and I try to fit it all. Ooh, sorry girl, I smacked myself in my lips. And I tried to fit it all in one. Ooh, this just got me so emotional. It's just the fact that everyone is dying, and with things that can be prevented if we just simply choose righteousness over money, and righteousness over getting the bag, and righteousness over I gotta take care of my family, so this is what I'm gonna do by any means necessary to get the bag, even if it means me following the enemy to get it, and putting out messages of the enemy which can affect and impact a whole culture to get to the bag. And Young Miami, ooh, Lord, okay, calm down, Jesus. My spirit is just like, get it out, get it out, get it out. Okay, because I didn't even have this on my membrane, but I'm gonna be obedient. There's a reason why the City Girls have split. And there's a reason why Young Miami, because I remember I watched the podcast with her and her best friend, Santana. And it's her podcast, Young Miami's. And she was saying on the podcast, because she was being interviewed, the interviewer became the interviewee. And her best friend was interviewing her with the questions and stuff like, where are you in life? Like everything around her. She was dating Diddy, and I was a fan of her dating Diddy. But now that all of these allegations and all of these lawsuits and things of that nature have come out, video recordings from when he was toxic and the things that he did to Cassie and of that nature, it's like everything around her has crumbled. Her best friend is no longer a part of her life. Like she said, they're not all bad, but they're not all good. Her and the person that she was in the group with, it's not all bad, but it's not all good. And a lot of other people who surrounded her basically left her and isolated her or made her feel isolated because like she said how she feels. They felt like they felt like, oh, this girl living a dream, she's getting this and that, she's with all the higher up or higher echelon peoples in the game that's known, because you would see her around Mary J. Blige, you would see her around Diddy, you would see her around all the top names, anybody who was anybody, you would see her at parties and stuff with them, right? Anybody who is anybody, right? Because remember, they're still human. If they cut themselves like you and I, don't matter if you have $1 million, $1 billion, $1 trillion, they still gonna bleed the same as us. Okay, if they were around somebody that have C19, they still gonna catch it, like you and me. So it's like everybody was like, oh, she's around these people, oh, she thinks she got it going on. So they were happy and elated. Like she said, it made her feel like they were happy and elated that everything around her came crumbling down. She had to remove herself from Diddy because of the allegations. So she no longer has that anchor that was keeping her up, that anchor that introduced her to so many business aspects of life in the industry. Take this, yeah, use your rap, but start using it to build this, to create something that's longevity. She lost that. She lost that business partner. You can tell she loved him tremendously. Anytime you're holding up a sign at the awards, some Gold Pappy and stuff like that, you can tell that she was exhibiting her love for him and that it was deep. Regardless of the foolishness, he done went out and had a whole baby on her. I guess that was their agreement. She see who she want to see. He see who he wants to see, and that was the result of it, having a baby on her. And she still loved him dearly because I guess that was their agreement. Do I agree with that? Absolutely not. Not in a million years. Am I someone that I can judge them on that? Absolutely not. Not in a million years. That's not why God put me here. That's not why God put me here. That's his job. And he's not even the God of condemnation. So, who the heck am I to judge and condemn people for whatever they have chosen to do or chosen to agree upon? I'm not. But I will stand firm in saying that I don't agree with it. But I'm not going to sit up here and say I am judging them for that. So she's just like in this vulnerable space right now. And she was questioning, like, is she still worth it? Is she still this valued human being who once was when she was part of the City Girls? And no, I don't listen to their music. Of course, I hear the music because it's played on all platforms when they were a group. Now you just hear JT's music on Instagram and stuff. I hear music that way. Outside of that, is it on my radio stations? Absolutely not. Am I listening to it as an everyday thing? Absolutely not. Am I hiding under a rock to where I don't know who the City Girls are? Who I don't know who Carisha is and who JT is? Absolutely not. I still am aware and alert of what's going on in our everyday lives. But Carisha, girl, you're going to be okay. But God is just trying to get you to see that he is God. And he is who you are supposed to be leaning on in this time of your life. Who are you? Who are you? What is your connection with him outside of JT? Who are you? How are you able to stand alone? Can you stand alone? If you stand alone, who are you now? You don't have nobody right now except for Santana. And if you lose Santana today or tomorrow, not in death, but if he chooses to say, hey, I'm going on this side, and you are completely by yourself, girl, who are you going to choose to be your anchor? Is it going to be another human, or is it going to be Christ? Are you going to look to Christ to now help you navigate those business moves? Or are you going to look to another human who I can cause their downfall at any moment? I can cause their world to be turned upside down in the snap of a finger, in the blink of an eye. So are you going to continue to lean on people? Or are you going to now make me your source of life? And you can still do what you do as far as business, as far as your podcast. But are you going to do it serving man? Or are you going to do it serving me, serving God, serving Christ, serving Him. The only person in this freaking world that can hold you afloat, that can be your life jacket. Who are you going to serve? Man or God? Because that podcast of hers, she can still do it. But those games and stuff that she was putting out, sex games and this and pushing those things out, is it really worth it? Is it really worth it? This is your opportunity. And anybody else who I'm talking to, the Carishas of the world, is it worth it to lose yourself and to lose your soul for the sake of man? For the sake of man, for the sake of a bag, for the sake of a check? Is it really worth it to lose your integrity, your morals, your code of ethics, all of your godly being and righteousness for the sake of man who can turn on you just like that? Who would applaud in your demise? Who are so quick to turn their whole back on you in the snap of a finger, in the blink of an eye? Choose this day who you will serve. That is the message from the rich homie Quan, from the rich homie Quan situation, to the Diddy situation, to the Carisha situation, who now feels isolated, alone, lost, confused, in a daze, to what's the other young man, Juice WRLD situation. It's some more. From the Takeoff situation, from the millions of situations that we have seen so many people become victims of. We have seen so many of these moguls, right, and icons, which D1 and 19 Keys also discuss. Like, what does the word iconic and legend really mean? Are these people really legendary? Because what's so legend about them? Pushing out drugs in their music, pushing out threesomes in their music, pushing out lean and codeine in their music, pushing out Percocets in their music. What are these people really legends of? Are they really legends? Are they really iconic? And I had to sit and resonate with that because I love me some Lil Wayne. I love me some Wayne. I will say this each and every time. That Carter 3. Hold up. Hey, hi, how you doing? We. Like a cop car. That was the theme in college. Honey, Wayne had everybody. I didn't dress up in a police uniform, okay? But when it came to Oktoberfest and stuff, and all the fraternities was throwing all these big parties at the clubs and stuff, almost every other female came in there with a cop uniform. And I knew they would. Again, I like to be different. I knew they would. So I didn't even wear a costume. I wore my own little regular, smegular clubbing outfits, right? And they all had on cop uniforms. I said, look at these triplets walking in one at a time. Don't even know each other, but they triplets. Okay, that was the joint. Okay, them was the days. But outside of that, do I agree with the music that has been put out about lean and this and that? And even Wayne, at one point in his time, in one of the height of his career, actually was going through a downward spiral because he started making lean and codeine his god. Because he was sipping on that stuff almost every other month. We would hear about how Wayne had to be rushed to a hospital. I remember clear as day because he was one of my favorites. He was my oldest brother favorite. So guess who my older brother patterned? And eventually it all messes with this. This mixed with that, and putting stuff in that, and putting stuff in this, like people do, what do you think is going to be the result? What do you think? By the grace of God, it's only by God's will that I didn't choose those paths. Yes, I drink, but I'm very cautious of my drinks. When I was out in the club scene or whatever, I'm not looking away from my drink. If somebody talking to me, my drink follows my head. My drink follows me where I go. My drink follows me where I go. Yeah, I'm not, and my daddy raised me like that, and my mama raised me like that. I don't ever, it was because you don't know, this could be a deterrent. Somebody talking to you could be a deterrent from what somebody else coming on the side of you to bloop. So I just thank God that I was raised with principles and morals. And I just thank God for keeping me, for saving me, for protecting me in this world, for giving me a strong mind to be strong-minded and strong-willed enough to know right from wrong, to know how much I should be taking in and to know when to cut it off, to know my limit and to know when enough has been enough. You need to cut it off. This point right here, this line right here, is separating you from me. 5 drinks is separating you from me. Okay? So I just thank God for that knowledge and that wisdom and that discernment to know when to dead it. Stop while you're ahead. Because you're straddling this fence right here, and if you take one more drink, you won't be serving me. You won't be able to serve me because you won't be in the right mindset to serve me. So I just came on here to share that and to just like, y'all, we got to wake up. This toxic music, and it's so heartbreaking because, I mean, when I pull up next to people and I think it's just so, I don't judge them for it, but I don't like them for it either. I'm not judging, but do I have to like you just because I'm not judging you? No, I don't. I mean, when some of these parents come pick their children up from school, that's why I wish I had a camera, because I'm doing this from my phone, and everything I do operates from my phone, from my music, connects to my Bluetooth on my radio in here, and so it plays all from everything. But I wish I had a camera to where I can put my phone so I can do an example of how loud these people be having their music blasting when they come pick up their children, like it's cute. And you talking about drugs and stuff. And again, not only are you talking about drugs, but we know you do drugs because your child come to school with a backpack fully saturated in the drugs that you participate in or partake in. It was a teacher the other day, earlier this week. She had to go to the car rider line. Car rider line, simple, self-explanatory. You pull up in your car to pick up your child. You not walk into the campus to pick up your child. We won't even release the child if you walk into campus. You have to, unless you go to the front office and show your actual identification, and then they have to match it to the child's identification to make sure you are who you are and that the child belongs to you. For safety precautions, baby. We're all over it because there's too many crazies and too many crazy things going on in this world. So they pull up in their car to pick up their children. They have to have a car tag to pick up their children. And one of the teachers had to go out there, pre-K teacher. A pre-K teacher. I teach 3rd grade. But this is a pre-K teacher who has to sit up there and go to the parents' car and tell them, hey, because people don't really realize, because we let y'all get away with so much for the sake of the child. Once again, I mentioned on my last video, we can really report y'all. We are supposed to report y'all the first day we smell anything on the child. But we don't, for the sake of the child. And really, that's jeopardizing our jobs. It is no reason why a pre-K teacher, pre-K, pre-kindergarten, they are not even 4 or 5 years old yet. The children that they watch, and they have to go up and tell the parent, hey, whatever y'all do in y'all household is in y'all household. But when it starts to affect the child and affect the teacher, because it was so strong that when the teacher picked up the backpack, it kind of got on her. And she had to go tell the principal, it's not me. I am not smoking on y'all job. I am not smoking on this clock. I am not doing nothing. that I am not supposed to be doing. It's a child that's in the room, and I will talk to the parent. Because she didn't want to jeopardize her livelihood. So she talked to the parent, but it shouldn't even be the case. A lot of things are just common sense. Y'all don't even care if y'all children out here smelling like heavy marijuana. What they call it, Reggie Bush. And I knew she wasn't lying because guess what? I have the brother in 3rd grade. And he come to my classroom smelling mild. And I just said, Lord, oh my gosh. Lord, oh my gosh. He wasn't saturated with it. But it's the fact that I can still smell it as soon as he walked through the door. Because parents are too lazy and they're so corrupt and brainwashed by the culture that they think it's normal. They don't even give a second thought to, hey, let me put my baby's backpacks up in a place where they won't be saturated by my weed. Hell, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if they putting the weed in there and then going to sell it. As strong as they be smelling. Sad. Toxic culture influence. We gotta do better, black people. The music we are spitting out got to be better. And I am seeing a shift, just like 19 Keys said. I am seeing a shift. I am seeing a shift. But we still have a long way to go. I see a lot of people, a lot of rappers starting to shout out to Will Smith. You know, he didn't do what he did. He went up there and put his hand on that man because he still would have had to see me if I was Chris Rock. Baby, I'm catching you outside your house. I'm staking out. I'm going to get my lick back on that one because what you're not going to do is embarrass me in front of all these people. To heck with that, baby. That would have went out. Chris Rock, God bless you. You're going to be big blessed. God bless you. Because the culture that night, nobody would have been able to tell me nothing about culture. What is it anyway? What is our rap culture anyway? What is hip-hop culture anyway? It ain't nothing nowadays because it's killing people off. It's killing children that has never even met their favorite hip-hop or rap artists, but taking their advice through song lyrics and killing people off. So all that would have went out the door, baby, that night of them awards. We would have had a blackout. A blackout would have been a blackout. I would have blacked out, and we would have blacked out that stage. Two black people would have been on that stage. Point blank, period. But so God bless you, Chris Rock. Will Smith did what he did, but then he backdoored at the BET Awards, and he came out with Kirk Franklin. And everybody want to get Kirk Franklin. I see him and T.I. working on a song, but at least that's something. That's a shift. That now people are wanting to be connected and show their connectedness with Christ. And putting Kirk Franklin on their hooks to bring out the Christ likeness in their songs versus this toxic drug life, drug dealer, threesome. I put my this in your bitch and I banged her real good. Then I threw her away and went on to the next one. I had to put y'all on a 10-second pause like I do my students. So y'all can process the silence, the moment of silence of what I just said. Because what the what? The what is going on in the world? So like I said, there's a shift happening. And I do see that people are starting to feel convicted. Just a little bit. But having a Kirk Franklin song and then going out and doing worldly things, that can't happen. Again, that's like playing in God. It ain't like playing in God's face. That's playing in God's face. And that's playing in that man's face. Because he worships God. His name is connected to godly music, to holy music. So if you're going to sit there and have him on a song, don't waste his time by going out here doing something ignorant. The next minute after y'all done recorded the song and put it out, and then you go do something stupid and your name be plastered on the newscast. Everything has to align. If you're going to be with Christ, be with Christ. If you're going to be with the enemy, be with the enemy. But you can't straddle the fence. There's no such thing as straddling the fence. You either on this side or you on this side. I seen somebody the other day had on the whole hat with a Christ cross on their head, cursing up a storm. And not only cursing up a storm, but on a video before then talking about how you got to please yourself with toys. Celibacy is a joke. I don't believe in that. Like what? How do you don't believe in celibacy, but you're talking about Christ? Because you're of the world. You straddling the fence right now. You lukewarm. You trying so bad to straddle the fence so that you can still be popular and cool and not forgettable. You can't serve two masters. It don't work like that. Choose one or choose the other. Because it looks very bad when you out here doing this, especially when you have a massive influence on other young girls and boys in the world. You can't do it. You can't afford to do it. Choose one or choose the other. You can still be popular by representing God. Cut back on your cursing. I'm still working on my cursing. I can still curse sometimes. And I be like, ooh, Lord forgive me. Lord forgive me. Most half the time that I curse, I be by myself though. Because I'm got that much common sense. I still know better. I ain't gonna get around a large group of people and curse up a storm when they look at me as the person of righteousness. They waiting for me to slip up. So why would I give that to them? I curse by myself and then I repent right after. I'll be like, Lord, you know I'm working on my cursing. You know it. This between me and you. And you know that I see you, you see me and you. Okay? I'm working on it. But I ain't gonna sit up here and curse up a storm around everybody. Because I know they waiting for that. So I got stuff that I'm working on. I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I'll never be perfect. But that don't mean that I'm not chasing perfection in Christ. Because I am human. But that's not an excuse. And I know it's not an excuse. People love to say, I'm human. Yeah, but that's not an excuse, Pooh. That's not an excuse, Sugar Plum. Like I be doing my students. That's not an excuse for you not to do math. Because you feel like you don't get it. And guess what? When I do this, to their little faces, something clicks. And it's like, well, if Miss Ivory is telling me I can do it, I can probably do it. And guess what? The same students, perfect readers, but felt like they would not be so good at math. One of my students, she did not even do math one day because she felt like she wasn't good at it. She felt like she couldn't understand it. Why that same student went and took the test and was one of the very few students that actually got the work and made 100. It made 100%. So it's like you can still be cool. You can still do all of these things without serving the enemy. You can do all of these things serving Christ. I'm cool as a mother freaking fan. People like me. People don't like me. I don't worry about those who don't like me. Get in line. You don't like me because I'm trying to do right. Because I'm speaking about righteousness. And that's fine. I'm aware I'm not supposed to fit in with y'all. I don't care if I fit in with y'all. That's not my MO. My MO is not to fit in this box with y'all. Y'all messy, y'all gossip, y'all negative. There's nothing ever optimistic that comes out of y'all mouth. What makes you think I even want to fit in with y'all? That's not what God created me to do, to fit in with y'all. I'm not going to force and make myself fit in. Y'all need to be trying to live up to my aura, as far as I'm concerned, because I know my aura is the right aura. And this is not on no conceited type of stuff, but I know who I am and whose I am. And God don't create no busters and no lames and no squares. He don't create that. I'm cool as a fan, baby. Cool as a fan. Wipe me down. Hey, cool as a fan, okay? And I'm still doing it, living under Christ. What's so hard about that? I don't straddle the field. There's nothing anybody can come and tell you about me straddling the field. I am who I am. I am who I say I am, because I am a child of the utmost high. And I represent that always, in all ways. Okay? Point blank, period. Okay. But yes, I'm still working on my mouth, y'all. I'm still working on it. I am human, just like everybody else. Again, it's not an excuse, but I give myself grace. I don't give myself that much grace now, but I give myself grace and knowledge enough to know, and common sense enough to know that I am not Christ. But is that going to stop me from chasing Christ likeness? No. Is that going to stop me from speaking out righteously? No. I know the stuff that I have to work on. And y'all know the stuff that y'all have to work on. The difference is I'm working on the stuff that I have to work on. Some people are choosing not to work on the stuff that they know they have to work on because they want to be cool. They want to remain famous. They want to have the fame. And then half of them be telling me, I don't need the fame. I don't need the Versace. I don't need the Chanel. Baby, I can't tell. Because everything you're doing is showing otherwise. Do I need to do another 10 seconds for y'all? Because, yeah. Make it make sense. S-E-N-S-E. Sense. And stop chasing C-E-N-T-S sense. By all means necessary. Because in that moment, that's when y'all are choosing to serve the enemy and not to serve the Lord. Sometimes you're going to have to say, no, I need the bag, but I don't need it this bad, because it's going against my morals. I see some people starring in movies and shows and episodes with them kissing girls and kissing women for the bag. So are you now? Is kissing girl on girl, kissing girl on girl, and kissing boy on boy for the sake of the bag? Is that praising God? Is that matching up with your standards, your ethics, your integrity? Is that making you lose all of that for the sake of the money, the sake of the green? That's what they say. Money is not the root of all evil. It's what people would do for the money that becomes the root of all evil. My daddy also taught me this. He showed me an example one day. He came in the house. He left $20 on the table. Intentionally, on purpose. Real life story. I'm telling you, I grew up around some gems, some people full of gems and wisdom. He left $20 on the table, on purpose. I walked by that $20 bill, y'all. I was like, who left this $20 bill? But because he had already raised me, my mindset never went to go touch the $20 bill. But I had a cousin, my little cousin, 5 years younger than me. Walked by the $20 bill, scooped it on up, knew it wasn't his, scooped it up, put it in his pocket. My daddy came back and said, who took the $20 bill? I said, I don't know, Daddy, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. And he was like, okay, I'll find out. I said, well, find right on out. Because at the end of the day, it still wasn't me. So he started questioning and interrogating us. I don't think my brothers lived with us at this time. Maybe they did. I don't know. Maybe they were like my oldest brother. I think my second oldest brother at this time was off in boarding school. So it wasn't really a hard of a selection to figure out who did what. So he questioned me. I said no. He questioned my cousin. My cousin told him no. My little cousin, he lived with us at the time. And he said, no, I don't have it. And lo and behold, my cousin comes in his house with all these treats and snacks from the corner store. Sir, where you get that from? Ooh. Because I'm knocking on my thing, y'all, on my camera, on my phone. It fell down and came back up. But anyway, so ignore that part. But so he's like, sir, where you get that from? Oh, I went to the store. Well, we know that, but where'd you get the money to go to the store? He tried to come up with all these excuses, and then my dad say, did you take the $20? Son, did you take the $20? Then this is my little cousin, but again, he lived with us, so my dad like, son, did you take the $20? All right, uncle, yeah, I took the $20. So he wanted so bad to go to the store and buy those treats that he was willing to risk and do anything to get those treats. Therefore, he took the $20 off the table in the living room, put it in his little pockets, and went to go buy his snacks from that store. So it's the end goal of what somebody wants to do and achieve with that money, whether it's helping family, whether it's getting somebody out of jail, whether it's this and that. It's the end goal of what somebody would do to get money, to be able to spend it on what they want or feel like they need to spend it on in that time. It's not the money itself. Like my daddy said afterwards, he said, money just sits there. The money's set, and it's set, and it's set. Until somebody was like, hey, I want to go get some snacks. So I got to do whatever it takes by any means necessary to go and get those snacks. So therefore, I'm going to take this $20 off this table, put it in my pocket, and go to the store and get what I need selfishly, unrighteously. Get what I need because it's what I want in this moment. It's what I feel like I need at this very time. Money don't do nothing but sit and sit and sit. It's to what extent do people go for the sake of money, for the sake of fame, which they truly and highly believe will lead them to the money, to be able to achieve their end goal? Is that serving Christ though? Or is that serving the enemy? Are they on the right hand of things, or are they on the left to get to the bag? So that's something to think about. Oh, Lord Jesus, I thank you. My upbringing may not have been the best, but it was filled with wisdom at the Most High, from aunts to uncles, to my mama, to my daddy, to my godmama, to my god sister. Everyone that has come into my life, my best friend that passed, it has been filled with so much wisdom and knowledge, and it has given me the ability to understand my discernment, to trust my discernment, to know what discernment is, and to be able to lean on it. And so that's what it's all about, choosing which path you're going to be on. You can't be in the middle. You either right on the side of righteousness, or you either left on the side of whatever you choose. Okay? But this right here, this one right here, you can't be it. This is the middle. This is the median. You can't be it. People look like this, trying to be in the middle. Oh, I'm on this side and this side. That's not how it works. That's not how it goes. Okay? Okay. All right now. So take this as it is and resonate with it. If you have to break this video up in increments, go ahead. I understand. I can't help how the God flows through me and how he flows through me, when he flows through me, I can't help it. Y'all got to talk that up with him. Chop that up with the big dog. Because that's just how he created me. And I don't know when he's going to flow through me at any moment like he did right now. And just have me talk about this. Have me talk about that. I didn't come on here to even talk about Carisha and him. I came on here to talk about Rich Homie Quan. And compare it to the segment that I watched with D1 and 19 Keys. But he just told me to bring up the Carisha incident, to bring up what she's going through at this time, so it can help her or help anybody who's in her situation right now. Your name may not be Carisha. Your name may be Kim. Your name may be Brittany. Your name may be Jasmine, like mine. Your name may be Bianca. Your name may be Henry. Your name may be Joshua. Your name may be Kevin. I don't know. I don't know. But this message is for whoever needs to see this. If you need to watch 10 minutes at a time, day by day, like I do, to finish the whole thing through and through, by all means, be my guest and do that. Watch it in increments, small portions, day by day. But listen to it fully and wholly and let it resonate with you and learn something from it. Learn something from it, okay? Whew. Baby, that is long-winded. All right. Let me get up off of here because I'm tired of talking. Thank the Lord, though, that I have breath in my body, that I have lungs and a mouth to where I can talk, that I am able, okay? But that was long. I do be long, huh? I'm sorry. I can't, can't help it. I can't help it. But, okay, y'all, what is this white stuff on my car? I know I just cleaned my car. Dust. Where you come from? Anyways, okay. All right, y'all. It's on my steering wheel. I'm like on the inner side of my steering wheel, and I just noticed it. Like, what's going on? But yes, y'all. Okay, let me go ahead and mosey on. I went to a restaurant and bought my parents some food. So they food have been sitting in here with me. They don't know I bought it. I just do what I can while I have my baby still here, no matter how much they get on my nerves. So I went ahead and bought them 2 platters. This is one for my mama, and then I bought another one for my zaddy. And yeah, so it's one of their favorite little kind of like appetizers. They're rolls. I don't know if y'all can see. They're rolls, buffalo rolls from this restaurant called Grand Lux, who is partnered with the Cheesecake Factory. And so all them girls who be talking some Grand Lux, Cheesecake Factory, girl, shut up. Cause y'all be trying to be way more bougie than y'all can even afford. Cause Grand Lux and the Cheesecake Factory is popping. And not to be mistaken, I can also turn around and go to Nobu. Okay. So I don't know what people's problems be. Again, just the influence of these lyrics from certain women, from certain girls, talking about all this, treat him like crap before he can treat you like crap, and use him for their money and stuff. Now everybody just like, if you ain't taking me to Nobu, then what are you doing? If you ain't taking me to Costa Rica or Venezuela or Dubai, then what are you doing? Girl, shut up. SHUTUP. Up. Like, up. Shut up. Because y'all make no sense. And y'all disturbing my spirit. And y'all bringing back my attitude. Because get y'all lives together. You can barely afford Cheesecake Factory and have the audacity, the nerve to talk about it's beneath you. Girl, bye. Because I still go there, and that's where I went by myself to get myself together. Very chill spot. Barely anybody was there. That's why I like to get up early, y'all. That's why I like to get up early and get at it early and just go about my business, because early bird gets the worm. I just got my coolness, my calmness. The restaurant was barely filled. It had 2 people at the bar, a little group of women right here, black women, and like a couple sitting at one thing, but it was like empty for the most part. It was quiet. It was everything I needed it to be. So yeah, that's where I went, had my little cosmos by myself, and got my folks something. I actually ate the same thing as them, those buffalo wings, buffalo rolls, sorry. And yeah, called it a day. Got my butt in the car, moseyed on down here to the park to chop it up with y'all. And now I'm about to go to the house and catch up on some more rest, cause that 4 o'clock be, it be catching up with me. But I've been getting my sleep this week. The other week I was getting like 1 hour of sleep, 2 hours of sleep. Like when I tell y'all God and nobody but God be carrying me, like I know him on a different level, because nobody but God be carrying me. Y'all, I was so tired last week. I was driving in the other lane, like my car was right here, and I felt myself, I was all the way over here. By the time I looked up, I didn't even know I was sleeping. The whole time my eyes were up, but I was literally asleep. I'm just grateful to be here. So I said this week, I don't care what I gotta do. I'm getting I have to get at least 6 hours of sleep. If I can't get the full 8, I have to my least 6 hours of sleep. And then I'm ready to go. I'm still rejuvenated. I'm still full of energy. I can still be on go mode. But last week, y'all, this week I got every bit of 6 to 7 hours. I may not have got my maximum 8 like I'm used to, but at least I got my 6 to 7 hours, and I was good. But last week, y'all, because I was waking up early in the morning to finish assignments for school, to put my baby's grades in for their progress reports, I was just doing a lot and just still trying to understand the curriculum, because I'm just thrown into this position. I was offered the position literally almost a week after school had actually already started. So I felt like I was already behind, and I was trying to catch up and get on the same page and be on the same pace as every other veteran teacher or whatever. And so I was just barely like I was really doing a disservice to myself, and because I was just like so stressed out. And I was just, getting 1 hour of sleep, waking up at 2 a.m. in the morning, and then going to work getting dressed for work at 4 a.m. in the morning, and not coming home till like 9 p.m. from the school. So just imagine that. I was doing that every day last week. Going to bed at around 11, waking up at 11 p.m., going to bed around 11 p.m., waking up at 1 a.m., and then my whole day was just busy all throughout the rest of the day until about 9, 10 p.m. Every day I was doing that last week. And so I'm driving to work one day, and I was just like, my eyes were literally up, and my car was literally from here all the way to here, and I didn't even notice until I was over there. It was nobody but God. I don't know how a car didn't strike me. By the grace of God. It's only God. I do know it's only the grace of God. And I was literally like almost started crying, and I almost turned around to come home. But I was just like, Lord, it doesn't do me any good to turn around and come home just to do the same thing all the way back home. And again, that's an hour drive. So I just prayed to God, like, Lord God, please let me get to work. And when I get to work, please allow me to be able to properly function and to even be able to teach these children. And it was nobody but him, because, baby, when I got there, after what I had experienced on the road, you wouldn't even knew I experienced it on the road, because my energy just spiked up. I was like, what? But again, I had to remember, and even as I'm talking about it now, it's just me remembering, like, it was nobody but God. Nobody but God. Because when I got there, I was like fully awake, fully alert, and my energy was like, where my children at? As horrible as their behavior is, I deal with, and that's the other thing, I deal with a lot of behavioral children who will interrupt my curriculum and me teaching for about 2 hours. It takes 2 hours to constantly redirect children, to get them to focus on the topic that we're doing, whether it's math, reading, social studies, or science. It's a lot. It's a lot. I'm used to being a reading coach where I can take only 5 students at a time. 5 students at a time. Now I'm in a full classroom with 21 children by myself, like every other teacher, who actually have their certification in teaching, who actually have their degree in teaching. My degree is in communication and broadcasting, film. So I made it with the blood of God by being a reading coach, a reading teacher, pulling 5 students at a time for 8 hours of the day. What I'm supposed to do with a full classroom, But I'm just doing what the Lord told me to do. So I had to talk to him. Lord, you told me to do this. I fought against teaching in the school for 11 years. You literally said one word to me. You told me to teach. You told me to teach. That is the only reason why I am here. So now I need you to do your job, and I need you to give me the wisdom to be able to actually teach in a full throttle classroom, because I felt like I'm sinking. Like I felt like I was sinking, and I still feel like I'm kind of sinking, but I'm kind of on the life jacket. I got one arm in the life jacket, the other one off. Okay, one arm inside the life jacket, one arm outside the life jacket. So I need him to give it to me, because I'll be like every day I'll be on that verge where I'm like, principal, let me talk to you real quick. Here you go. Adios. But anyways, y'all, okay, now I'm just ranting, but I just have to tell y'all, like, the power of God. That's why we must serve him and nothing else. No one else. Only him. Only him. Because I really don't even know how I am right here talking to y'all. Y'all literally 1 hour of sleep. That means I got 5 hours of sleep out of 20. It's 24 hours in a day, right? 24, 24, 24, 24, 24. So that means 48. I can't use my calculator because I'm on my phone. But 48, what is that? 48 plus 48, that's 90 something plus another 48. That's 100 and something hours in an entire week. I got 5 hours of sleep. Out of all those hours I just said, I got 5 hours of sleep, an hour a day. And I was back at it. 2 hours, 3 hours max a day. It's no wonder why I was veering off into other lanes. And no car hit me. And now that I think about it, no car even blew at me. It's like they just knew to stop. God was telling them to pump their brakes as my car was veering into their lanes. Wow. No car blew at me. No car said, beep, beep. Nobody blew at me. It's just like they must have said, okay, this person must be sleepy or something. Let me slow down without beeping at them. Without beeping at her. They didn't even know who was in the car, but without beeping at her. No car blew at me. No car hit me. No car rammed into me. I remember a car getting in the other lane to get away from me. But they did not even blow at me. They just simply maneuvered into the other lane and kept it trucking. Wow, Lord, thank you. Oh my gosh. This is the stuff that gets me emotional, because it's like, oh my gosh. And people had a nerve to talk about there is no God. I don't believe in God. Well, bless your soul. I pray for your soul, and I pray for you. A tear about to try to drop from my eye, because it's just like, bless your soul. My God is good. I know the world may not reflect what we feel like God is capable of doing, because if he wanted to stop the madness from going on, he very much has that power to stop it. But he doesn't. And I be questioning him too. I still question him too. Like, what you doing? What is this? What are you doing? But at the end of the day, I know he's good. I know he's a good God. I know he's a merciful God. I know the only way that we can truly see who he is and see him for who he is and what he does and what he's all about is to have this chaos and this catastrophe. Because if we didn't have it, if we lived in a perfect world, how will we experience his grace? How will we experience his mercy? Oh, Jesus. Stop. Oh, okay, I'm about to go. Lord, okay. I done already been talking. Why you keep trying to have me going on this tangent? And I am so for real right now, because he just keep wanting me to do that, because that was not even on my mind. But because really, I really be questioning him myself, y'all. I really be questioning him myself. And that was a true thing that just really happened. Like, but he just flowed through me. Oh my gosh, he just flowed through me to say that little piece. Like, it's like he's talking to me, but I'm talking to y'all as he's talking to me. Like, how would you, he just really answered my question. through my own mouth, how will we be able to know that he is God? How will we be able to know that he is real? If we lived in a perfect world where there was no chaos, no drama, no dysfunction, how will we be able to say that God is real? How will we be able to say that he brought us through? Ooh. Okay, you win. You win. As always, per usual. Okay, you answered my question. You answered a lot of our questions. How would we be able to say that he is truly a miracle worker? How will we know if he has saved us from situations or not? Wow. All right. Well, there's that. That's that. I'm going to get up off this thing now. I'm going to go home. I need to open my Bible. Can I say that I'm going to do that right away? No. Can I say that I may even do it today? No, but I'm going to get it open because I've been slacking a lot of it. But it don't mean that my relationship has gone downward with the Lord. We still here. We still connected. But I do notice that my anxiety has been driving up a little bit, and it's because I have not been in my word. It's because I have not been in my word. But I be on it in my phone, like when I go to church. I be on it on my Bible app in my phone, but I love to look at my physical Bible that I have. I love to look at the physical. It's like, it's so powerful. I don't know how to really explain it, but it's like when you open it, it's just like, hallelujah, hallelujah. And so I have to open that back. But, and get back to it and underline and highlighting and writing my notes and jotting down in my journal what I learned for the day in my Bible. I have to get back to doing that because I noticed that's the only time my anxiety drives up, and it drives up because I know that I'm not opening my Bible. I know that I'm not talking to God how I should. Yeah, I talk to him in the morning. Yeah, I listen to gospel every single day, but listening to these things and actually talking and having real conversations and really reading the word with God is completely different. That's a whole different ball game. So it's not the world that's driving me with anxiety. It's the fact that I know I'm being disobedient a little bit. Okay, a lot of it by not reading my word. Like, we're still connected. I'm still connected with God. I'm still intertwined. Everything that I do is a reflection of who I serve, which is Christ. But I have not been in my word. So that bothers me. That convicts me a lot. So that's the reason my anxiety has really been up, to be honest. Anytime my anxiety is up, it's really for that true reason. And so yeah, but let me go ahead and get off of here. Make it a priority to read the Bible. Okay, I'm gonna hold myself accountable, and I'm gonna hold y'all accountable, and we're gonna read our Bibles today for those who see my message. Okay, whether you see it today, which is Saturday, September 28, 2024, or whether you see it tomorrow on Sunday, or maybe you see it on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday, y'all can pick up the Bible then. Pick up the Bible then, okay? Okay. But okay, y'all, for real, I'm about to get up off of here, and I think the Lord is done running through me. You done. I don't feel nothing else coming through. I don't feel nothing else running through my belly. Running through my spirit. He done, y'all. He done running through me. So I'm gonna go ahead and go home. That's so crazy to know, like, when he's like, okay, I'm done, I gotta go move through somebody else. Well, really, he actually moving through me and somebody else all at once, because he's omniscient. And he a G like that. He a G like that. Hey, they do the thing. They what they used to call that? They do the what? What's that little thing called, that dance? They do the what? Wop, not wop. Is it wop? Wop. I don't think it's that, but y'all know the little dance they used to do with that. But anyways, because he a G like that, y'all. Big G, not the little. Never that. But okay, y'all. Let me go ahead and get off of this thing. And I'm going to talk to y'all later. Love y'all much. Mwah. Have a blessed, great, beautiful Saturday. It's so beautiful here in mother freaking Houston, Texas. And I hope it's beautiful wherever y'all are. If it's not beautiful yet, I hope it becomes beautiful for you all. And yeah, until next time, we shall chat again. Oh, not they food trying to fall. Okay. But okay, y'all. Yes. Till next time, we will talk later. Love y'all. Mean it. Bye.